Commander Zefix's tentacles trembled as she accessed the galactic database, her three eyes scanning the horrifying entry that had kept entire civilizations awake at night for millennia. The apex predator of Kepler 442b, classified as Unbeatable, beast by the Galactic Council, had a kill record that spanned across 17 star systems. "The humans cannot be allowed to encounter that thing," she whispered to her second-in-command, Lieutenant Corax. "They're already reckless enough without facing the creature that ended the Vorthan Empire." The beast's description was nightmare. Fuel. Razor-sharp retractable claws capable of slicing through reinforced titanium. Lightning-fast reflexes that could outmatch even cybernetically enhanced warriors. Night vision that made it the perfect assassin. And an intelligence that had outsmarted the greatest military minds in the galaxy. Its hunting instincts were so refined that it could track prey across vast distances using senses no other known species possessed. When the human vessel Curiosity's Dream had requested permission to establish a research colony on Kepler 442b, the entire Galactic Council had voted unanimously to deny the request. They'd even taken the unprecedented step of declassifying the beast's file, hoping the humans would understand the magnitude of the threat. Captain Sarah Martinez had listened to their warnings with the patience of someone who had heard similar concerns about black holes, sentient viruses, and reality-warping crystals. Her response had been typically human. "Thanks for the heads up, we'll be careful." 3 months later, Zefix received an urgent transmission from the human colony. Her heart sank as she prepared for the inevitable distress call, the desperate plea for evacuation that would mark humanity's first major defeat in their relentless expansion across the stars. Instead, she found herself staring at Captain Martinez's smiling face. "Commander Zefix, great to hear from you. Just wanted to give you an update on that unbeatable beast situation." Zefix's tentacles coiled tighter. "Captain, please tell me you haven't engaged the creature. We have evacuation ships standing by." "Oh, we found him all right," Martinez interrupted, turning her communication device. The camera panned across a modest living space to reveal the most feared predator in the galaxy, sprawled across a piece of human furniture, its deadly form rising and falling in peaceful rhythm. "Meet Shadow. He's been living with Dr. Chen for about 2 months now." "Living with?" Zefix's voice cracked across 3 different frequencies. Dr. Chen appeared on screen, gently scratching behind what the files had described as auditory sensors capable of detecting heartbeats from 50 meters away. The beast's response was a low, rumbling vibration that the galactic database had classified as a pre-attack intimidation mechanism. "He was just lonely," Dr. Chen explained as the creature stretched, displaying the infamous retractable claws. "Poor guy had been by himself on this planet for who knows how long. Turns out he's incredibly social." Zefix watched in horror as the beast's claws, the same ones that had torn through the hull of a Dominion battlecruiser, gently kneaded the soft material of the human furniture. "The intelligence reports," she stammered. "It killed thousands." "Well, yes," Captain Martinez nodded, "but only when they tried to kill him first. Wouldn't you defend yourself if someone invaded your home with weapons blazing? We tried a different approach." Lieutenant Corax leaned into frame on Zefix's end. "What approach?" "We knocked," Dr. Chen said simply. "And we brought food." "You." Transmission continued with Dr. Chen explaining how they'd studied the creature's behavior patterns, noting that it only attacked when threatened or when protecting its territory. They'd approached slowly, respectfully, offering gifts of food, and showing no aggressive intent. "His real name is probably unpronounceable," Dr. Chen said as Shadow rolled over to expose his belly, a gesture that had been interpreted by xenobiologists as a fatal vulnerability display meant to lure enemies closer. "But he responds to Shadow. He's actually incredibly intelligent and affectionate once you earn his trust." "Affectionate?" Zefix repeated weakly. As if summoned, Shadow opened his eyes. The same eyes that could see in perfect darkness and had been the last sight of countless warriors. He looked directly into the camera and made the sound that had been the harbinger of doom for 17 civilizations. He purred. "He's got some quirks," Martinez admitted as Shadow stood and rubbed against Dr. Chen's leg. a gesture that would have knocked over most other species. He brings us dead local wildlife as gifts, which was concerning at first, and he's incredibly territorial about his favorite sleeping spots. The couch, Dr. Chen added fondly. God help you if you try to sit on his couch. Zephyx stared at the screen as the unbeatable beast, Shadow, stretched once more and settled back into his preferred position, those deadly eyes closing in contentment. So, Captain Martinez continued cheerfully, we'll be including him in our cultural exchange program. Turns out he's fascinated by human technology and has been helping us understand the local ecosystem. He's quite the conversationalist once you learn his body language. After the transmission ended, Zephyx sat in stunned silence. Lieutenant Korax was the first to speak. Commander, should we update the galactic database? Zephyx looked at the file that had terrorized spacefaring civilizations for generations, then at the image the humans had sent of their research partner, a creature of unfathomable power wearing what appeared to be a small fabric collar with a tiny bell. Update the entry, she said finally. Classification household pet, threat level low unless you try to take his couch. She paused, adding one final note to humanity's growing reputation. Species designation, the ones who knocked first. In the margin, she added a personal comment that would become legend among diplomatic circles. Humans don't conquer the unconquerable, they adopt it.